Okay, I think we're good. Enough fucking around me. I'm gonna have to tack on another hour on top of this. God damn. I can't wait to read up on the lore of King of Hearts, or Ace of Spades. Man, I wonder what their lore would be. Wait, there actually is a playing card archetype? I've been so far out of the loop of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I've just completely lost track of what types of cards exist. It's been a trip and a half looking at everything that exists currently. Like, I could have sworn I saw Michael Bay decide to spec in Magic. Welcome back, Tea with Cereal. Actually, Tea with Cereal doesn't sound too bad. Probably a nice, mint tea. But then again, I have a bit of a excessive fetish with mint. I'm not gonna eat the bird, don't worry. I've already eaten enough bird with how many technical issues I've suffered. Yeah, I know about the tarot. It's about the tarot enemy. The tarot-based cards, vaguely. There's like it's like Fortune and Fool and a few others, I believe. I don't fully remember. I know it exists, and I think it was a pendulum type archetype. Oh shoot, actually I have to do voice acting, and I have a mitt in my mouth. The Northern Desert is through here. If a time gear really is here, Grovile should show up here for sure. Let's do our best and find that time gear. It's a Baltoy. I took one step. There's a trap there. If that doesn't... If that doesn't highlight just how bullshit my luck has been today alone, I don't know what does. Oh, they were from GX. Oh, never mind. I'm talking out of my hat. I'm sorry. Again, it's been so long since the last time I've touched Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been a trip and a half trying to readjust to everything and all the new rules and whatnot. Granted, I think I've been having an easier time than I thought. But I also haven't been tampering as much as I could be with all the different mechanics and archetypes of cards. So far, I think the most complicated one that I've messed around with... Actually, I don't fully remember. Shoot. Because... I have my Black Lusters set, all set. I did mess with Trap Tricks. You've got to be kidding me. Where did my Fox Lady go? Oh, she's over that way. Get over here. There's no Mystic Mine in Master Duel. Oh, thank gods. Because I did read up on what that specific card does. When it got brought up in that one stream a while back, I did actually go back, find the card, list out its effects. That is actually fairly disgusting. You're right when you said to me that you don't get to play the game, the card. Then again, there are still cards like that in the current meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! I.e., anytime you find a kitchen sink / card vomit deck. Ugh. Like, the most demoralizing thing in the world is trying to legitimately set up your first turn, and then see your opponent mill out 20 cards of their 43 card deck, recover half of it, and drain your life points to 0 in a single turn. All of this can happen. All of this did happen to me at one point. And it's the reason why I've been taking my time with trying to develop decks and carefully edge my way up the ranking ladder. I'm only Silver 4 or Silver 3 right now, which isn't great. But again, with all the things I've been trying to do at this point, including but not limited to card game development... Sandshrew. Nah. Just card game development in tandem with drawing things for streams, drawing things for memes. I'm a fairly busy raccoon, unexpectedly. Blackluster Soldier, sorry. Because, like, I set up an entire deck with Blackluster Soldiers and Gaia the Fierce Knights. There's a lot of special summoning involved with it. A lot of it predicates on having light and dark monsters in your graveyard, so you can special summon even more on top of that. When I can set up, it's disgusting. I will pretty much shell out an opponent like in 2 turns. The problem is the setup. And again, since Blacklusters have not just ritual monsters, but also specific monsters that can't be normal summoned or set. This means getting a lot of requisites together for special summons, and it makes things pretty difficult in order to get what you need onto the field in a decent amount of time. Oh shoot, I'm out of Fire Fang. That's a problem. But I do have Ember, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's just head to the stairs before my health drains out. Nope. Burn you. Yay! We got a level up. Foolish Burial and Mech C. I need to start using Mech C in my decks. Apparently it has a really, really good ability. I have yet to read up on it. I should. I think it's, like, you get to draw cards if your opponent special summons monsters or something like that. Which is fairly useful, especially for Blacklusters. Which already requires you to have a lot of cards in your deck to special summon. And on top of that means of, like... ritual summoning. And come to think of it, the final nail in that specific deck's coffin, I can do a lot of manipulation, and I can do a bit of card manipulation to get some of my cards back, but if my opponent wipes my entire field, there isn't too much I could do to recover. Mostly because there isn't much I can do to recover. Let's see, for 1 turn you draw cards every time your opponent summons. Okay. Then yeah, that's a really, really helpful effect. Ah! Oh, hi. Thank you, Celiana. You were able to find me. Eat this to keep my hunger up. Then yeah, I might as well, like, try to make a Mech C to plug into my deck, or maybe even 2. Actually, no, wait, I think it's limit 1, so... Actually, is it limit 1 or limit 2? If you have it in hand and your opponent has the first turn, that gives you a lot of time to set up. Okay. That's really useful then. I'm gonna have to make one of those. And you said that the rank reset was tomorrow. I'll have to take advantage of that. Mech C is free? So you get... Let me get this straight. It's not limited? A card with an effect that disgustingly powerful isn't limited. Excuse me? Man, I'm kind of glad. Somehow I'm kind of glad that Remem doesn't go that disgustingly overpowered. Then again, it's a lot smaller scale, so what'd you expect? Let's see. In the TGC ban list, it is banned. But Master Duel is a different ban list. Oh no, that would do it. So in that case, it's only a Master... It's only a matter of time until Master Hand, yes. It's only a matter of time until such things like Maxi start to become limited on there too, isn't it? I'm out 2 moves now. I'm getting a little too spammy. That's a problem. Because I think this dungeon goes up to... Oh, shit. I'm gonna need to deal with the hunger. I could eat the grimy food. It's not a good idea. If anything, I should probably just drink a max elixir. Shoot T. I'll see if I can't answer it. Yeah, genuinely hoping Mystic Mind doesn't come over either. Let's see. You wake up in these games as suddenly a Pokemon. What happens if you get caught? Depends on the Pokemon. Depends on the game, because... in Blue and Red Rescue Team, which is the very first Mystery Dungeon game, they regard it as a really big deal, and that you're this cursed individual. There's a plot reason for it that I can't go into mentioning, because again, plot spoiler. All I'll say there is it does cause a few incidents to occur, and it does lead to... You know what? Screw it. It leads to the first instance of a runaway section, where you have to go through a bunch of dungeons rapid fire without any breaks. This game, Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, has 2 situations where that occurs. We're going to be coming up onto the second of them later today. Or tonight, I should say. Is that 100 damage in a single attack? Hell yeah. Yeah, for the most part, Danielto is right on that one. If in the cases that you do mention it, the partner that you're saddled with is like, yeah, right, humans don't exist. They roll with it, but they kind of think of you as being a bit loony. It is established, though, that there are multiple instances of humans who have been brought into this world of only Pokemon. And if anything, within... Actually, I think this is the only Mystery Dungeon game where that's not really mentioned, because Blue and Red Rescue Team has it be a plot point, and it has it be a pretty critical plot point. Gates to Infinity also has it being a plot point, if I remember correctly. If not, then it's something that they do mention specifically. If we agree with him, he won't hurt us. You know, it might actually be like that to start with, and then eventually they warm up to you. That could be the case. Let's avoid that right on. Oh, wait, I just realized. I didn't need to be still using Dragon Rage. Ah! I used a max elixir. I should remember that. Celia, what are you doing? You didn't need to pick a fight with that poor Layeron. He was just minding his own business. He wanted to catch a few Z's. Then you come along and just introduce face to face. Slash. Ooh, that's tempting. Like to see if Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon have more of an animal instinct. Actually, the answers I could give, while it does go up to interpretation a lot of the time, a good chunk of them do have a entirely vegetarian diet. More often than not, when you see Pokemon in these games, they eat berries, they eat vegetables, and fruits. Even the ones that you think would be carnivorous, like, say, I don't know, Carvana or any dragon. Give them a few berries, they don't complain. Grass types can, in some cases, photosynthesize, so that also helps. They essentially get a bye. I think it's also established that most berries don't exactly come from Pokemon, but trees, so chances are gardening and agriculture are probably a really, really big business within this type of world. Do they eat the grass types? That's something to think about. Speaking of eat... There, what's up, Muffin? Yeah, I did. I remember that. Is this the deepest part of the desert? There's quicksand. The sand's getting sucked down here and there. They're like sand whirlpools. We'll be pulled under if we get too close. It's dangerous here. I don't see anything that even remotely looks like a time gear, though. I guess there's nothing here. What's up, Casey? This feeling. It's kind of like the one I have at Fogbound Lake. I think I might know this place. From the Robin Hood to Beastar scale? That's a good question. I don't know where I'd place it. Maybe a bit more toward the Robin Hood end? Maybe I've only heard of this place, but it almost feels like I've been here. I'm not sure. Casey. You seem to be in a bit of a daze there. What's wrong? There seems to be nothing here. Kind of a disappointment. Let's just go report our findings to the guild. And with that, we can start getting requests for a new dungeon. Zootopia is more to the Beastar scale. Okay. And in that case, it's also still really tricky to peg this game, because, again, there are constructs like this building that we're in that were completely made by Pokemon. In tandem with that, is it, like, technology-wise, we can guess that it's, like, Middle Ages type technology. / World of Sticks. But even still, you can tell that the Pokemon within here are fairly clever and worldly on the scale of humans. They just can't do some of the things that humans are able to do, if that makes sense. Everyone's back from their searches? But nobody found anything. Maybe more to the one stormy night scale. Okay. Not 100% sure what that means. Because I don't think I've taken a look at that specific fiction. Disappointing.
That's what happened, all right.
Hey, we went out to the eastern forest just like we were told, but hey, there's nothing really there but the forest.
As for Crystal Cave, yep. It was chock full of crystals. Mighty pretty cave, I tell you. It was so pretty, I just couldn't help helping myself to a crystal.
When did you pick that up? I was with you the whole time. I never noticed.
Bidoof. Our objective was to find a time gear. We all failed to achieve our objective. But you had the nerve to collect a souvenir, totally unrelated to the mission. Who do you think you are? Gosh, I'm sorry. I just want a tiny treasure for myself, that's all.
Duskmore, sir. I regret to say it. Our search efforts ended fruitlessly.
Ugh, this is vexing. I thought the search locations we chose held promise. I blame my lack of knowledge. I'm truly chastened.
My goodness, no! You mustn't blame yourself. Why, it was thanks only to your vast knowledge that we came up with our plan, Dusknor.
You know, a lot of furry movies could probably make the line or square. That's a new saying. But yeah, honestly, you'd probably be able to map what part of the scale Mystery Dungeon sits at. That's also a good question. Probably fear and anguish. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, that, or their self-maintenance. Ah! Oh, so this is the surprise you meant, Muffin. Hello there, Mr. Philip D. And Raiders. Welcome. We're playing Mystery Dungeon. Hope you enjoy that. And at that, welcome to Synapse. We host all types of wanderers here, yourselves included. So, thanks for the follow, Shaded M. The general of who I am, I'm bit 50-50. Drinking a fluid. Oh god, 3 drinks. 2. 3. Thank you. Genuinely appreciate that, because I need to drink more. There's a 4th! Why? Why is there a 4th? There's a 5th! No! Stop! Cease! I might as well just down my freaking bottle at this rate. Screw it, I'm just gonna dump this entire bottle down my gullet. I hate my throat. It's empty. You mad lads and mad ladies did it. I emptied my freaking bottle. Oh my god. And on that day, the rack drowned his only regret, not putting a cooldown on the hydrate. At this point, it's laughter. I'm not crying yet, but I am deadened. I'm going to need to get more fluid at some point. Holy shit. Thanks, all of you. Alright, let's actually read this ad. So, Svenika, Kazla, 14052, and lastly, I think that says Mitko349. Welcome to Synapse, all of you. We host all types of wanderers here, yourself included. Yeah, well, bit of a disappointment to you. This isn't exactly Vault White. I need to change that. I didn't get the chance to. Sorry, Kasia. My apologies about that. And I would say I would recommend Black and White. As for Blaze Black and Vault White, which are mods of their originals, they're a bit more difficult. If you happen to like difficulty and want to have more options, go for it. I would actually recommend it for that. Hell, you could find starter Pokemon within Pinwheel Forest, of all places. But again, the game will kick your butt, because gym trainers have full teams, gym leaders have full teams, more moves, more move changes, it's disgusting. Like, it's actually disgusting how many things get changed within there. If you happen to like a hard time, go for it. Take a look at it. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this cutscene, go refill my water, because holy gods, you guys drained my bottle. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Muffin. You're not wrong on that. Every single stream I have, tends to be something that goes wrong. Either a tech issue, or maybe I'm just absolute clumsy git. Sometimes I break games without even trying. Actually, a good chunk of the highlights, if you guys want to take a look at them at any point, are me breaking games without trying. It's actually amazing how cursed my touch is. But again, I'm a 50-50 streamer, so Saturdays tend to be variety day, where I play whatever I feel like it. I do take suggestions, too, so yeah. Otherwise, Sundays are game clearing. Currently, it's Mystery Dungeon. Let us reconsider our plan. We'll devise a different strategy tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that. And may we find success together. That's how it stands, everyone. That's enough work for today. Rest up, prepare for tomorrow.
Cheese touch. You're not exactly wrong there. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's not. We should get some sleep, too. Let's make tomorrow another good day. Night. Seriously? You did something and you just won the fight by default? That's cool. Actually, while I'm at it, I will say one thing. Please, for the love of gods, if you decide to go up to the first gym leader and challenge them to a fight, have at least 3 Pokemon in your party. There's actually a soft block where having 2 Pokemon in the party and choosing to switch will brick the game. Like, straight up, soft block and crash the game. I found that out the hard way.
Presently, the Great Dusknor and I are working on a new strategy. While we develop that, we ask you to search for the time gears on your own initiative. That's all. Alright, everyone. Work hard again today.
Well, we're supposed to go search on our own. Where should we go?
I wonder. We can search all we want, but we don't exactly have any clues to go off of. Although, when we were out there...
If you have leaf green on PC and spam it enough, it crashes. Really? That could actually crash it? I didn't realize leaf green was buggy. Yeah, that's something I might need to check on my own time at some point. I'm interested.
Yesterday, the quicksand pits. We thought it was a dead end, but there might actually be something there.
What's up? You seem to be in a daze again.
Just, I got to thinking about the sand pits is all.
You want to go back? But we didn't find anything over there.
Just hear me out on this. I feel like there's more there than lets on.
Something to do with a shortcut and it can't do in a fight. That could be it. Okay, so in that case, let's head back to the Quicksand Desert. Let's see, some kind of shortcut to something. Can't do enough fights with enough refreshes. So it's starting to sound like it might be like a code overflow, like a binary overflow or something in some place. Actually, while I'm at it, considering how hungry I went in the last run, maybe I should carry an apple with me. Just for an emergency situation. I didn't think I'd actually have to carry food with me into a dungeon. Normally I feel like I don't need to, but hey, let's take a white gummy too. I'll store one grimy food and those two. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious. Feel free to let us know if you figure out what the issue is, because that's actually kind of cool, and I'm kind of curious about what happens in there. Usually, if there's a crash, there has to be a reason for it. Again, I'm very much a person of logic, reason, failure, chaos. Every problem has a solution, and it's a matter of manipulating things so you can figure out that solution in some cases. Even if it looks a little bit obscure, there's always some type of solution. Alright, boxes. Wheel of Gotcha, turn, turn, turn. Let's see what we got in these. An item for Blaziken. A Pachirisu item. In general, you like finding bugs and Easter eggs. Honestly, that's a good thing to get into. It gives you a lot of insight on game design, if anything. Credit where it's due, it requires a lot of skill to do that type of thing. Shinx item. We also got a Zinc Band, which, if I remember correctly, improves the special defense of the wearer. I can double check it though. A Joy Ribbon! That's really handy! I believe that one specifically allows a Pokemon to gain extra XP from fights. A Violent Seed. And lastly, a Blast Seed. That's kinda lame. Been coding in C++, C# for almost a year and a half. That's pretty good, actually. Even if it's just a year and a half, it means you know a decent amount about... It means you know a decent about... tongue. A pretty good amount about code and how things are supposed to function. Granted, I'm not speaking from experience on this. I don't have too much of a coding background, if at all. And double-checking the Joy Ribbon converts damage into XP, so when the Pokemon gets hurt. Let's store that. Let's see. Fix code as a side gig. That's not a bad side gig, honestly. You can earn quite a bit from doing other people's bug testing. And at that, you can learn and earn quite a bit by doing other people's bug testing. It's a really great opportunity you got. Alright, Celia, drink up. IQ, special attack, not too much else. Aw, rip. Editing a video for 200 hours? Criminy. I understand that, as a person who has to go back and edit all of these VODs for the YouTube side. In some cases, having to edit some of these can take a ridiculous amount of time. Granted, some days I do just get lazy and just chunk it and leave it at that. But if I want to actually do a bit or something, I will spend the straight 5 or 6 hours just for 30 minutes of footage. Oh jeez, 1.2 terabytes of footage? Good luck, dude. That's a dedicated effort and thrice. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Actually, if anything, feel free to link it to us at some point. I kind of want to take a look at the final product. Let's see. Tempted to make that scale. If you want to, go for it. And I'm completely forgetting my voice acting.
It's faint, but I can still feel something.
Worst part is, it's only halfway done! Holy fuzzy. Quite words do. You've got quite a bit of work, and nice work getting to this point.
But looking at it like this, maybe Celiana's right. There's nothing here but desert and quicksand. Aside from those pits... Wait a second. If there's only quicksand, maybe that's the key to this. If there's no way forward... If it looks like there's no way forward...
Again, honestly, take it. If you can get a little extra funding, go for it.
Pardon? What'd you say? You want us to jump into the quicksand? Are you serious, Casey? Are you seriously saying we should jump in? Okay, I trust you. I've got faith in you. After all, it is thanks to you that we're so far, Casey. During our first exploration.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you do your homework, you should be fine taking up a side career or 3. Threatening Muffin's bread roll. Muffin's a good baked good. She's an adorable foxy muffin. Words not to say on stream for 800.
I was able to go on then because you helped me be brave. My feelings haven't changed since then. Let's go for it. Jump into that quicksand. You ready? 3. Whee!
Massage your parents for coin. Hey, it's something that you could do. Gives you a few skills with dexterity, too. And it depends on the place that you go to school, Shaded, because at least for the school that I was at, if you didn't do your homework, you lost quite a bit. I think it mostly depends on the specific teachers that you end up having.
We dropped through from way up high. You were right. The secret swirled within the quicksand. Let's move it. It's time to go exploring. Let's search for that time gear.
That also helps. That's also another thing. In college especially, if you don't do your homework, you really suffer for it. Because there, the expectation is you're paying for this, so you had better learn, or you are going to be the only one responsible. Until today, refused to get money for no reason. Dad tries a lot. Yeah. You don't try to scam people out of their money. Seriously. That's also a case. Homework is meant to be one of those things where you do it specifically so you could practice skills and be able to understand enough that you can extrapolate that knowledge into other things. Let's see. All homework does for you here is extra points for the future exam. Really? That's kind of a disappointment, really. If anything, I'd say the teacher isn't doing it right for that. Also, 88% average? That's really good. That means you know what you're doing. I'm kinda saddened by the teacher that they're not taking advantage of this fact. What are you doing, Celia? Better. Let's see. If we want to learn something, we'll do it on our own. That's... That's not exactly a great teaching style. I'm just gonna come out and say it. That's not a great teaching style. Because, like, even my college professors, while they would say, like, if you're going to learn it, please learn it, they would still at least try to help us if we got stuck. They would essentially help us problem solve. Don't see a reason why you won't take money. Yeah, in some cases it's the principle of the matter. I do understand that. In some cases, a person will look at accepting money as a sort of shame. I don't exactly agree with it, but at the same rate, I do understand the mindset. If you're going to be earning some sort of cash, it feels like you should have to do something in order to earn it. It's not exactly a bad mindset, but at the same rate, sometimes just because you do something doesn't mean that you'll be rewarded for the things that you do. It's actually one of the bigger things in how behavior development works. And, moment to flex my psych degree. I'll leave it at that. See, there's still the option to do the homework, but it isn't pressured on you. Person's making less money, not gonna take it, no matter how hard you pressure me. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say corrupted, Muffin, so much as you have a different way of thinking. And that's not exactly a bad thing. It only becomes a bad thing if it starts drastically detrimenting people around you. Or at least, that's my mindset with it. What the... Celia, wake up! We don't need you sleeping on the job. Again, either perspective isn't exactly wrong or right. They're just two different ways of going about the same issue. Taking out the trash 3 times a week, accept the money. Yeah. In that case... Danielto's perspective is more like, I'm doing this as a job, essentially. If I'm putting in work, I should be getting a reward for it, and that's not exactly a bad thing. Actually, if anything, that was kind of how my family handled chores a little bit. Like... As kids, we would be assigned something to do, and if we did it, then we got a bit of money at the end of the week. If we didn't do it, then we had better be doing well in our classes, otherwise we would be punished. Usually the punishment would be somewhat minor, like no TV, no hobbies, that type of thing. Interesting person. 100%. You will do it if you have the chance to. Yeah, I understand. Ugh, tongue. I understand that mindset, honestly. If anything, it's a more selfless mindset. And that's a good thing. We need more selfless people in the world. More people who would be willing to help others at the drop of a hat. But not blindly, if that makes sense.
There.
Anything up here? Ooh, quite a bit, actually. And my little ones are starting to get hungry. What types of food have I got? Grimies. I didn't... I said to myself that I would get an apple from the shop, if not from my freaking bank, and I didn't. I hate myself. Oh, good. Grimy food, thank you.